The feds arrested Don Russell, Richard Arline Jr., and Michael Williams in connection with harassing allegedly two of R. Kelly's accusers, which are Faith Rogers and Azriel Clary. Don Russell, we heard about the Don Russell allegations before because Faith discussed them on Surviving R. Kelly. She said an associate of R. Kelly, uh, tried to tell her that, hey, we're going to release your nude photos if you don't back off and stops trying to sue R. Kelly. So we already heard those allegations, and that was from way before R. Kelly even got indicted by the Fed. So I'm not really worried about Don Russell. What is concerning is Richard Arline's allegations. They're saying that they have him on a wiretap, telling Azriel after the fight that he was going to give her $500,000 to leave R. Kelly alone. And she says she needs $1 million to leave R. Kelly alone. Why was anybody talking to Azriel after the fight? After y'all had proof that she was a federal informant and she went on Instagram and she did all what she did with the fight with Joycelyn. R. Kelly immediately called Joycelyn and told her, do not speak to Azriel. She's a federal informant. Do not speak to Azriel. Get the fuck from around her. Under no circumstances are you to speak with Azriel. So after R. Kelly told her that, that to Joycelyn, he told everybody else that. Because he's realizing now that, hey, this girl trying to get him jammed up and in more charges. So it's no way he would have authorized for Arline to go and make that phone call and dumb enough to have that shit recorded so they can say, oh my God, R. Kelly trying to pay off Azriel. Now, the second thing that happened is Michael Williams arrested. They say Michael Williams is a relative of a former publicist of R. Kelly, and he drove from Georgia to Florida, and he is the one that burned up Azriel's car. And my thing is, who is this dude? I'm trying to figure out who he is, if he is a real relative or if Azriel hired him to burn the car up and say he's a relative of R. Kelly's publicist. Because it's no way R. Kelly would authorize anybody to go and burn Azriel's car up. Not when he's facing all these accusations. Because, he's facing so much. They're going to add all this to the RICO. They're going to add all this to the RICO, and they're going to say, they're trying to paint the picture like R. Kelly is like a mob boss, and he's having Don Russell, Arline, and this Michael Williams person go out and do dirty work for him while he's behind bars. And they're trying to say he's not even stopping criminal activity from behind bars. So we definitely need to keep a tighter lock on him, because if we let him out on house arrest, he's going to do more damage. R. Kelly is not stupid. This is why I kept saying that it's not the fans that have R. Kelly in trouble, because we don't know R. Kelly personally. It's the people around him that keeps making stupid mistakes. There is no way in hell anybody should have been talking to Azriel after the fight to where they can have anybody on a wiretap. They know she's a wire-wearing whore. So why would you have a conversation with a wire-wearing whore about $500,000 and then she says she want $1 million to leave R. Kelly alone? And he's saying, oh, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to send you some money because I need to get R. Kelly up out this, and you are a problem, meaning Azriel is a problem because she's a recent accuser. So apparently what they're saying is that this friend started panicking and said it's better to pay Azriel off so she can be quiet. But it was too late for that because she already went live on Instagram. So the moment she already talked to the feds, it was nothing for anybody to offer her because they already were working with her the entire time. She's on the indictment. Why would anybody who's associated with R. Kelly deal with Azriel after she is on the indictment? The only one not on the indictment is Joycelyn. Joycelyn's the only one not on the indictment. And when I see what these people are fucking capable of, I get more and more disgusted because they're really trying every trick in the book to say R. Kelly is like a mob boss and he needs to be on these RICO charges. Let me tell y'all what's about to happen. Now that they have Michael Williams in custody, he's going to say who told him to go set fire to Azriel's car. Because I don't think it was R. Kelly, and I don't think it was anybody associated with R. Kelly. I think Michael Williams was hired by Larry McGee or whoever, and they're going to figure that out. And I think this is going to be the downfall of Larry McGee. All of these Angelo and all of them that try to do this foolishness, because there's no way nobody associated with R. Kelly is that fucking dumb to go burn Azriel's car. They couldn't be that fucking dumb. Not while he's in jail. Unless they're working for the ops. Unless Angelo is paying people who knew R. Kelly to do dumb shit, so to create more charges. That's the only way, because ain't nobody way that people is this damn dumb. It's no way. I'm speechless and I'm tongue-tied. I can't even get my words out right. I just couldn't even believe it. I can't believe people are that dumb. Like I said, I don't really care about Don Russell's allegations because that's old. We already knew that Don Russell sent that letter to Faith, and we already knew about the allegations about him threatening to leak her nudes, so that really wasn't nothing new. But the car thing and the $500,000, offering $500,000 to keep Azriel quiet, those are the two things that they're going to add to the RICO, y'all. So watch out. They might do another superseding indictment. I'm just preparing y'all for it. And they're doing it before he gets ready to go before the appeals court to get out. You see what they're doing? They're doing all that before he get ready to go to the appeals court and argue for his release on house arrest. I knew something else was coming. Because they could have been arrested Don Russell. They had the information on Don Russell since 2018. So they could have arrested him at the same time they arrested June Brown and Daryl McDavid. So why now? Because it's an attempt to keep R. Kelly locked up and behind bars. God, I hate these people. Every last one of them. Y'all keep praying for R. Kelly. They're trying every trick in the book. R. Kelly did not authorize Don Russell, Richard Arline, or Michael Williams to harm any of these accusers. He knew what he was facing. He specifically told Joycelyn, do not fucking talk to Azriel because she's a fucking federal informant and she is going to wiretap you. That's what he told Joycelyn. So if he told that to Joycelyn, don't you think he would have told that to everybody else that he knew? And that's just common sense right there, to not talk to Azriel. Because the moment you saw that she went on Instagram and that she was with the feds and the feds had to come pick her up to protect her because it got exposed that she was a fucking rat. Because remember, the night before, we saw her on the Grown Man Show on YouTube in the comments. And so that's when we figured out, okay, she's really a fucking rat. Like, we didn't, we suspected it, but I was waiting on full proof. And then when I saw that the day before R. Kelly's birthday, and then she went live the next day at Trump Tower and did what she fucking did with Joycelyn and talking about, you slept with me as a minor, you slept with me as a minor. And the moment R. Kelly found out about the fight, he called Joycelyn. Because I guess one of the guards told R. Kelly about the fight, and he got on the phone, and he called Joycelyn, and he said, change your phone number. Do not talk to Azriel ever again. She's a fucking federal informant. We can't fucking trust her. Y'all, these people are diabolical. These people are diabolical. And the fact that Azriel even said she needed a fucking $1 million to keep quiet. What type of victim talks like that? What type of victim talks like that? Right away then, whoever this Arline person is, you should have known to not get involved with that whore. This is messy, y'all. This is messy. R. Kelly should have been sent them girls home. Especially Azriel. Azriel should have went home the moment the BuzzFeed article came out. I said it back then. I said Azriel is a problem. But then I started to warm up to him because I thought they were going to have his back. But then I had my doubts privately. And I still, tried to act like maybe she's a decent person. But when I saw that proof of her being in grown man shows comments, then I realized, oh my God, she really is an op. She really does not give a fuck about R. Kelly. You know? I never met people like this in my life. That girl is a backstabbing whore if I ever seen one. That girl is a backstabbing fucking whore if I ever seen one. These 3 men are going to be added to the RICO as a part of the enterprise. That's what they're going for. Because remember how we kept saying, well, R. Kelly can't be enterprise by himself? They're going to add Don Russell, this Michael Williams, and Richard Arline Jr. to the indictment. And that's how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to happen. They're going to be added to the RICO. But with everybody getting arrested, shouldn't Angelo Clary be arrested since he bought plane tickets? I'm waiting on these parents to get locked up. Tim Savage can't get locked up because R. Kelly's not charged with Joycelyn. But Angelo can get locked up as a part of the enterprise. So if you're going to lock up Don Russell, Michael Williams, Richard Arline, Mr. Angelo Clary needs to be locked up as a part of the RICO. If you're going to say R. Kelly ran an enterprise, then the parents would have to be a part of that enterprise because they handed their daughters to R. Kelly, if that's what the feds are going with. So that's how I know these charges not going to stick, because without adding the parents to it, it doesn't make sense. The parents bought the plane tickets, and the parents basically drove their daughters over there. Their whoring daughters. Azriel is a fucking whore. A federal informant whore. That's why I kept saying it's not the fans, it's not our words that's going to get R. Kelly in trouble. It's these people around R. Kelly who do dumb shit. Nobody should be talking to Azriel from R. Kelly's side. And this Michael Williams person, we're going to figure out who the fuck he is. Because I don't fucking believe that he is related to R. Kelly's publicist. Former publicist. Who is a former publicist? What was that woman's name? I forget her name. What was that woman's name that was the publicist? She works for Kanye now. Oh my God, her name is on the tip of my tongue. But there's no way. Angelo probably hired a man to say, yeah, I'm related to so-and-so, and I burned a car up. It is what it is, but God bless R. Kelly. We can't do nothing else but sit back and pray at this point, because they're getting ready to do another superseding indictment. But all in all, they have to prove that R. Kelly told these people to do stuff, because at the end of the day, he's behind bars. He can't force anybody to do anything for him. How can R. Kelly force people to do things from behind bars? So again, either way you slice it, the charge is not going to stick. Because R. Kelly can't force anybody to go out there and set nobody's car on fire. They did it on their own. And he didn't tell them to do it. R. Kelly is not that dumb. He's not going to tell anybody to harm Azriel or any of her property. Anyway, free R. Kelly. Free R. Kelly. Azriel is a filthy fucking whore. Faith Rogers is a filthy fucking whore.